少しでいいの微笑んで風に乗ってこの心がずっと自由なまま同じ空の下触れ合ってるのならどこまでもまっすぐな気持ちでいつまでも続いてく光で全てを包みたいから。
Hello, and welcome back to Yosuga Sora, and let's get started with today's read-through. So, I mentioned yesterday I was going to continue reading Sakura Moi. I ended up falling asleep. And I want to start with Yosuga Sora today.
電話
So I'm just gonna play until the time I eat lunch because it's around like 11, and I don't know. And I'm gonna spend the rest of the day reading Sakura Moi. Anyway, let's read. Yeah, Sora, I'd appreciate it if you swap places with me and did the washing up.
いや
I thought I might as well try, even if I knew how to respond. The incoming call screen displays the details that we're on. Moshi moshi.
はるちゃん、久しぶりね。元気でやってる？
Yeah, we're managing somehow.
本当に無理してない？遠慮しないで、私たちと一緒に住んでもいいのよ。
I know, but Sora and I are starting to sell in here, so we only need to keep at it a bit longer.
そう？はるちゃん無理してない？これからのこともあるから、もう一度ゆっくり話したいわ。
Oh, by the way, it's good that we have more details about this. Remember, this was just mentioned, like, they were talking to the relatives about, like, moving in with them, but they disagreed. So it's a good thing that we're getting piecemeal details about such things right now. I wonder if, like, you know, I don't know if it's worth it going through Motaka's route for additional detail, but in context, but like, yeah, I think we can survive not going through that route. I don't know. That's all right. Our friends are helping us out too. We'll be going to the Omon Omatsuri, so let's talk again there.
わかったわ。本当に困った時は遠慮なく言ってね。
Yeah, I know.
それじゃあ、またね。
Yeah, thanks. I'll talk to you soon too. After our parents' funeral, there was lots of discussion between our relatives about who would take care of us. Okay, this is I see the parallel with Akira because you know remember that I don't know why I didn't think about this at Kazuo's route, considering they did have that conversation about Akira being thrown around. Who will take care of her since the shrine dude died, you know, her grandpa. So they're right now in Akira's route, we're getting something similar going on here. Our Bachan really cares about us, so she calls in occasionally like that. But back then, I dismissed everyone's concerns and decided to live here with Sora.
ハル大丈夫なの
Sora was watching. Yeah, well, I guess I better get back to washing up. I resumed tidying up the dishes from dinner, rubbing a plate with a sponge, cleaning up leftover food. Having washed off the soap, I put the sparkling clean plate on the drying rack and started washing the next one. That's alright. Both of us will be here from now on. Without turning around, I replied to the gaze I felt directed at me. Back then, Sora chose to go along with my decision. I can't just dismiss her choice like it doesn't matter. That night, I made a decision to leave the house we grew up in. Obviously, I guess it's Sora. Okay, they're gonna tackle it here. When we were young, our parents scrapped enough money together to purchase an apartment where we lived in ever since. It looks like a nice apartment. You know, they had a nice TV. You know, And I think it's a nice apartment. Considering my absolute state right now. Yeah, it's a nice apartment. It was a new building and in a sunny and quiet place with a pleasant view. Our parents' work was importing and selling house interior. Even though it was small, they owned a store in which they were selling furniture that they imported. Man, they should be loaded, you know? I mean, a furniture business isn't like, you know, small money or whatever. And importing, so, you know. They were always frantically working to pay off the store's debts. Oh, okay, that makes sense. But whenever they came home, they were so carefree and cheerful that we never even noticed. During Natsuyasumi, they'd leave us at Grandpa's while they were sourcing furniture abroad. After Grandpa Oji-chan passed, we sit at home ourselves awaiting omiyage. Oh, okay. I actually have an idea, a little idea what happens after this story. We'll go through that the fan desk, but like they do have some friends from Stockholm, so their parents, you know. Oh, actually, I think it was also mentioned in the anime. I think. Also, I think I don't know if this is spoilers. You know what? I don't care. Cover your ears for a minute then. Until you notice I moved the text. So I remember they also tried to explain why their mother is, you know, as you can see, there's no one else in the whole cast except Haruka and Sora and their mom, you know, having silver hair. I think it was explained that she was Gaikokujin herself, their Okachan, and obviously they inherited her features, so you know technically they should look like a Gaikokujin, but it's not you know how they moved to the countryside, and I can imagine it's totally normal for someone like Akira and whoever else they interacted back then, but you'd expect everyone else to describe the siblings as looking like foreign looking or something, but so far we didn't get that kind of detail going. You know, no one's making any comments about that. You'd expect that at least one of them would, you know, and I don't know, man. Maybe it's a detail that only exists in the anime, but maybe it's something that still exists here. But they would have at least commented that, right? I don't know, man. Then, once when they were on a domestic trip, we were taking care of the house for the normal 2 to 3 days as we were used to. Coming. Moshi moshi, this is the Kusagano household.
もしもし、私、今から戻るから。
Yu's house? Who is you? Who's you? Did you finish already? Good job. Why is it Yu's house? What do you mean Yu's house? Yu's mother. My brain is dying. What do you mean Yu's mother? It should have been like Haruka's mother or something like that, or Kasugano mother or something.
留守の間いろいろ任せちゃってごめんね。今高速に乗ったから夕方ぐらいには帰れると思うわ。
Oh yeah, I just remembered in the comment route he did mention that while he was thinking about like he feels like he's at fault for like for their parents' death, and he was the last person who spoke to them, so I'm guessing this is it, the conversation before they died. Okay, wakata. Can you buy the usual thing? Sora asked me to ask you.
いつもの？ああ、サービスエリア限定のお菓子ね。でももうそこ過ぎちゃったのよね。
Really? Well then, don't bother. Just get something random. I'll tell Sora.
そうそう。いつもの。わかったわ。じゃあ適当に買ってくるから。ソラはどうしてる？帰りが遅いから拗ねて引きこもってる？
I wish they will tackle about Sora sulking a lot, because this is the VN, so I'd expect more details about her being like being an antisocial person. We know that she's sickly, and at least based from the anime, she was always in the hospital. But her being so sickly and all, her being antisocial and all, I don't know. Yeah, and because the food I make isn't that good, she's in a bad mood.
春に今度ちゃんと料理を教えてあげた方がいいわね。
There's no point in you teaching me. Aren't girls the ones supposed to cook? Aruka. Little did you know that it's aside from the it's a life skill. Let's leave it. It's a life skill.
お料理ができる男の子ってモテるわよ。だから覚えといて損はないわ。
At least the mom. Okay, the mom was thinking along the lines of what I was thinking. Yeah, it's also an important life skill, but there's also that, But if I learn how to, Sora will never learn.
そうね。帰ったら美味しいもの作ってあげるから、空にもお菓子食べずに我慢するように言っといてね。
Okay, if you put it in that kind of logic, okay, it kind of makes sense. But I guess the first thing he said shouldn't be like that. If he should have just went with a different argument instead of like going, but girls are the ones supposed to cook. But I think I'm getting the impression he's much more concerned about Sora learning how to be self-sufficient or whatever. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. またなしに。
それじゃまたね。
Yeah, 気をつけて。
ママから
Yeah, she told me that they should get back in the evening.
遅い。
She said that she will make something nice for dinner, so you shouldn't have any snacks. I point to the bag of chips that Sora was about to take out of the kitchen. I asked her to get us some treats on our way back.
いつものお菓子
It seems she already passed the place where she buys them, so she said she'll get something else.
もっと早く言ってくれたらいいのに。
仕方ないな. They had their own schedule to keep to. But it's good news, right? You won't have to eat my cooking tonight.
そうね。
ところで、お母さん said that she will show us how to cook.
春にでしょ
Jesus, Sora. Huh? How did you know?
そう。
Maybe she was listening. I don't know. Having said that, or maybe they already accepted that Sora was so useless. Anyway, having said that, Sora returns her hair with the bag of chips. I told you, put that back.
いや、
As I was trying to take it from her, she slammed the door just before my nose. Don't complain if you put it on weight, okay? Ah! So, she doesn't care about that, huh? Bruh, but I'm giving the impression Sora is close to anorexic. At least according to the anime. He's very thin, Coming. There's still some time until evening, but maybe she'll be back soon. Thinking so, I picked up the phone. Moshi, Kasugano here.
もしもし、春日野さんのお宅でしょうか。こちらは。
I had a bad feeling. There was a stiff voice coming from the telephone receiver, and the words following it were,
ご両親が乗られていた車が事故に遭われまして、誠に残念ですが、お二人とも搬送先の病院で。
春どうしたの？
ご家族の方の確認がありますので、至急。
Are you sure? Isn't there some kind of mistake?
お辛いでしょうが、お気をしっかり持たれてください。
This can't be happening.
ねえ、どうしたの？
お母さん、お父さんは、チコ。
もしもし、今から言う場所まで。
I wrote down what I was told, but my hands were trembling and I couldn't write the characters well. I hung up the phone after I finished writing the location in shaky letters. Sora, we need to go.
どこに
Okasa and Otosan were taken to the building.
怪我してるの無事なの嘘ねえ嘘でしょどうしてそんな嘘つくの
How can I be joking about something like this? Come in. Let's go, Sora, to where our parents are.
いや
What are you saying? We won't go. Who will?
いやここで待ってたらパパもママも帰ってくる
Sora,
何かの嘘ねそうでしょハル
I wanted to believe it was a lie. I hoped that if we kept waiting, they'd return, saying something carefree like, come in. We took so long, but I'm going to see them. You stay here. Sora, I'll contact our relatives.
ハル本当なのパパもママも
Ah,
パパママどうして
Sora cried, clinging to me. Okasan, Otosan, they were lively until just a short time ago. So, why? Even though I told them to try safely, it felt so incredibly unfair. The urge to cry out was taking over me. Sora's crying was tearing me apart. But if I'll start crying too, I won't be able to move. Even now, the strength was leaving my body. I embraced Sora tightly. I struggled with all my strength to suppress the anguish from the police notice about our parents' death. Sora, I'll be going now. I'll go to see them and bring them home. I clenched my teeth and tried to keep only that in my mind, suppressing my feelings. It's interesting. We have a new OST song there. Anyway, around the time of the funeral, the apartment that was once bustling with visitors soon became a place just for Sora and me. Thanks to relatives and friends helping with various things, dealing with the formalities afterwards went without trouble. Even every 7 days, we'd have official passing ceremonies, and in the days between, visitors came to offer condolences. Time passed quickly with so much happening. We handed in notices of absence to the new school we were going to start attending before the new school term started, and ended up not going at all. I at least wanted Sora to attend, but since the funeral, her shutting hikikomori tendencies became even worse. She stopped leaving her room at all. The cause for this sigh was documents spread out on the table, next to the cup of coffee that had been left to become cold. They were all documents related to the store, things I knew nothing about. Bank debts, bills for furniture they had bought. It seems that we'll be able to repay the debt, but the problem is what we'll do with the store from now on. The store was small, but it had employees whose salaries had to be paid. We had to take over our parents' work. Without industry knowledge, I couldn't manage it. One of Otosan's friends in the same line of work told us that if we decided to close the store, he'd take care of the inventory for us. Everyone we talked to understood that we won't be able to run it on our own and sell on closing the store. But the store wasn't the only problem. There was this apartment too. Don't tell me it's also on the mortgage, I guess. It'll cost too much money for both of us to continue living here. Okay, it makes sense because we're currently making do with insurance payments, but even if I start working now, would barely make ends meet. I can't let Sora be dragged into such an unstable lifestyle. There are also our relatives that said they could take care of us, so either that or rent a cheap apartment. Without any solutions I can sell on, a lot of problems kept me preoccupied. I feel strange in this apartment, as if our parents were still in the middle of their business trip and would call any time and tell us they'd be back soon. But that's no longer possible. This place is full of memories I have of our parents. No matter where I look, I'm reminded of them. That's why I want the apartment to stay like this forever. But that was too heavy a burden for me to carry. The management of the store as well as the maintenance of this apartment. I picked out the accident report that was buried under the mountain of paperwork. I only read it once, but I doubt I'll ever forget what it said. Our parents passed away after a collision with a truck. After seeing the scene of the accident with my own eyes, after our parents finished the call with me, they took a U-turn to go... Man. Oh, shit. Okay, I can see why. He felt responsible. And then they were dragged into the accident. If I hadn't said anything back then, they would still be... The one that caused their accident was me. I took away their lives with just a few words. Everyone tried to comfort me by telling me that I was wrong. But I couldn't forgive myself. I decided to move to the house where my Otosan grew up, taking Sora with me, running away. Okay, I can see why he felt. I mean, I don't know, man. I was given the impression from the phone call that they were. I guess they didn't decide. They weren't going to go to the store anymore. The place where they buy the omiyage or whatever. But like, I guess the parents felt like, okay, we want to spoil our kids and all, so they decided to go have a U-turn and all that. But yeah, I can see why Haruka would think he was responsible for the whole thing. I mean, he was the person who said. I mean, all he did was like mention about like the omiyage, but like you'd still feel responsible because if I only not reminded them of that, they would have lived. But I guess it does make sense now. I think I can infer that the reason they are living here right now is, well, he did mention that the last thing he said was running away. I mean, they were left with so much shit that, as a high school student, things about parents, things about the house, that mortgage, all that messy business. It's very overwhelming. And, he's the one who's burdened to deal with everything. Sora isn't even helping out, I can't blame him. Man. Anyway, I put the last plate on the drying rack.
春の好きにしたらいい。
When I looked at Sora wasn't there anymore. After I decided to move, Sora strongly objected when I was about to dispose our parents' things. But in the end, she said that I could do whatever I wanted. I can't lose Sora too. She's the only family I have left. That's about the only thing I can do now. It's not anywhere near making amends, but I swore to myself I'd see it through.
おい、何一人で黄昏てんだよ。青春は短い。もっと楽しめよ、はるか。
Well, I'm taking a small break.
ほほう、なるほどな。いいポジションじゃねえか。
Huh?
よっこいせっと。なるほど。優雅な鑑賞会ってわけだな。
It's not like that. Ryoi sat down next to me and sleazily looked over at the girls on the other side of the pool who were making a ruckus. Our PE class today got turned into a free study session because our teacher called in. We were instructed to swim using one half of the pool, but I was sitting listlessly on the other side.
いい機会だし、この際たっぷり拝ませてもらっとかないとな。
Yeah, right.
お前もなんだかんだで興味あんだろ。ほれ、お前の趣味とマニアック度を晒してみせろよ。
By the way, this is Akira's route, and majority of what we've seen so far doesn't involve Akira. It feels like a setup route, There's no way I talk about something like that.
教えろよ。かぶってたら喧嘩になるだろ。
Ryohei, do you have your sights set on someone as well?
As
As well?
この夏次第だな。今は種をまく時期さ。
I don't get you at all.
まあそんなことよりだな。やっぱトータルバランスからお嬢か。生まれがいいおかげで体の方もすくすくと育って、しかも彩色兼備のパーフェクトお嬢様。
This is not her route. We already done that route. It was a good time.
手が早いのが難点だが、まあそれは今時の需要でもあるしな。
And demand? How would you even know that?
それとも明るい元気っ子のアキラか。ほんとあいつ全然育ってねえよな。パクパク食うくせにどこに栄養がいってるか今度お前聞いてこいよ。
Even if I did, what would anyone gain from that?
まあ無防備宣言みたいな性格だし、騙せばイチコロだよな。
What's the point in tricking her?
それとも禁断の半身ソラちゃんか。
Oh, interesting details. Anyway. The moment you look at her in that way, I'll kick you.
お前らって体つきも似てるから。おほー、ソラちゃんもそんな感じか。
Yose! Don't look at me like that! Following Ryo's statement, some of the guys around us looked funny. You realize that I'm a man, right? And they'll go, but that's the best part. If I try to cover my chest now, it would just lead to more teasing. A shiver went down my spine as I noticed that some of the looks I was getting.
冗談だって。俺だっていくら守備範囲が広いってったって男の体にゃ。
Glance at me was
言っててて、分かったって。本物はソラちゃんから見せてもらうからよ。
He's not the kind of person who let that slide lightly, you know.
男子は自習と言われてるのにだらけすぎじゃないですか。
うほー、はるか委員長はどうだ。
どういう意味なんですか。
お嬢には負けるが、プロポーションで言うとこんな感じか。
何の話をしてるんですか。真面目に自習してください。ねえねえ、何してるの。
おお、アキラ、いいところに来た。委員長引き取ってくれよ。
中里さん、人を物みたいに言わないでください。はるくん、自由時間になったから一緒に泳ごう。
So it's free time now.
アキラ、そんな人たちと遊ぶのはやめてこっちにいらっしゃい。
What do you mean, such people?
せっかくソラちゃんも連れてきたのに。
おほー、ソラちゃん、また会えて嬉しいよ。自由時間なんだって。俺と一緒に誰にも邪魔されない潜水デートしようぜ。あら、それよりワイルドな50メートル競泳とかが良かったかな。
Wait, something came up. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue.
疲れた。
Sora took a seat next to me, completely disregarding Ryohei. How about trying some exercise to improve your stamina? It'll help you to not get tired so easily.
めんどくさい。
Matsume, could you help Sora practice her kicking by holding her up?
それぐらいできる。春だって運動しないくせに。
Well, I'll make up for it by working hard on household chores.
まあまあ、せっかく女性陣がこっちまで遊びに来てくれたんだし、遊ぼうぜ。時間も限られてんだし。
お断りします。さあ、アキラ戻りましょう。
アキラ、やれ。
Ryohei turned his thumb down, pointing to the ground.
カズちゃん、ごめんね。ちょっと何するの。
せっかくのプールなんだし、泳がなきゃもったいないしな、カズちゃん。
裏切ったわね、アキラ。
これも人徳の魚。 おはや、なんとアキラ、てめえ。
りょう兄ちゃんも泳がないともったいないよ。
そうだな。わあ、僕泳げないの。カズちゃん助けて。
近寄らないで。さーて、はるくん、そらちゃんも。ちょっと天爪さん、あんまりふざけると。さて、あとははるくんたちだけだよ。
Sora, 逃げて! I'll be right behind you!
はるこさん、なんとかして。二人仲良くがいいかな。ほらほら。
Impossible. I'd like to settle this peacefully.
大丈夫、痛くないから。
はるか、早くこっちに来いよ。
Impossible. I'd like to pass on that offer.
よーし、じゃあはるくんからだ。
Ah!
は
Oh man, it happened too quickly.
るくん、ひどいよ。そらちゃんを盾にするなんて。
Yeah, it's just that if I fall into the pool right now, there would be a bit of an issue.
さあ、はるくん、一緒にプール行こう。もう乱暴しないから。
You know, to tell the truth, I can't swim. By the way, this is important in Sora's ending.
好きやり。
Ah!
なんだよ、はるか、ノリ悪いな。
Amatsume, go man, are you okay?
お腹痛い。
Wait, was he making that shit up? What? He sounds fine.
たく、ふざけすぎよ。
ほら、お前だけ上から目線もねえだろ。来いよ。
はる。
Ah! Stop it! Don't pull at my legs, Sora! Angry from being used as a shield a moment ago, Sora grabbed my ankle and started dragging me into the pool. Time out! Stop it! Ah! Oh, it hasn't fell yet.
ねえ、そらちゃん。
たく、ひどい目にあったわ。本当です。あれ、春日野くんは。
おい、いつまで潜ってんだ。
Very important for Sora's ending, by the way.
春。
おいおい、驚かせようってのか。
まさか溺れてるんじゃ。春、ちょっと春日野くん。
はるか、お前大丈夫か。
Yeah, somehow.
捕まって。
Yeah, thanks, Amatsume. Amatsume lent me her arm and held me up. And then everyone helped me out of the pool.
まさか泳げないのか。
Very important in Sora's route, by the way. Yeah, I'm sure I could at one point, but
知らなかった。無理しないで保健室に行った方が。
it's okay. I'll be alright in a second. Thanks.
はるくん、タオル。お水飲んだりしてない？
It's fine, I didn't. Amatsume handed me a towel in such a way that her hands were covered. There's no way that she was cold, but her hands were trembling.
はる、ごめんなさい。
Ina, I'm so sorry for not telling you that I can't swim.
だから見学が多かったり、すぐ足ついてたりしてたのか。
Yeah. How should I put it? Somehow, when I get into the water, my body doesn't move like I tell it to, or I recall the time when I nearly drowned.
怖い思いさせてごめんね、はるくん。
Not at all. I'm the one who should be thanking you for helping me. Back when I used to come to this area to play, I tried to catch a crayfish, slipped, and nearly drowned in the pond. It was shallow, and if I had calmed down there, wouldn't have been any danger. But I panicked, and since that time, water has been a bit.
なるほどな。でもいつまでもそのままじゃこの先ここで生きていけないぜ。
Just like Summer Pockets all over again. But like, well, this is before Summer Pockets anyway. But very important information for Sora's ending, by the way.
ちょっと中里先輩、何言うんですか？
お前だけ遊べないなんてつまんないし、今度特訓しようぜ。なおのやつ、あれでも水泳部だし、プール借り切ってさ。
Oh yeah, in the anime they did have like in Nao's route they now teaches him to swim. How does that work? Oh wait, if the routes follow the same stuff that happens in the anime, it still kind of goes through Nao's route and then Sora's route, but とにかく That's a nice idea, but please, go easy on me.
最初は浮き輪使えばいいんだよ。あとビート板とか。
まあゆっくりでいいさ。それまで待ってやるからよ。
Thanks.
でも本当に春日野くんが無事でよかったです。元はといえば中里先輩の悪ふざけが原因なんですからね。
俺のせいですか？
他に誰のせいだって言うんですか？
共犯者が
いつもアキラをそそのかしてよく言いますね。
はるか助けて
Sorry, I can't help you there.
反省してください。以下同文。
うわ
じゃあ戻りましょう。ええ、ちょっとだけ嫉妬しました。春日野くん、後で保健室に行った方がいいですよ。気分が悪くなったりしたら遠慮しないで言ってくださいね。
Sorry, Sora. I'm fine, really.
本当に？
Yeah. Amatsume, thank you too. I'm feeling much better now.
でも無理しないでね、ハルくん。
Got it.
ちうまいことやりやがって。
It's not like that. Everyone's just kind.
にしてもアキラのやつよく気づいたな。お前が溺れてんの。
You're right. Before I realized my hand was being pulled up.
で抱きついた感触はどうだった？
In the end, it always comes to that. With everything going on, I wasn't thinking about that.
なんだよ、そこは不可抗力だろうが。味わえよ。とはいえ、あいつはナイペタだしな。
へえ、ちょっとはおっぱいあるんだよ。
いたのかよ。
先生が男子もそろそろ着替えてって。
Okay. わかった。Ah!
少しはあるんだよ。
Amatsume wrapped herself around my arm and pushed her chest against me. Man, she really trying hard here. My heart jumped as I felt something soft on my upper arm. Right. They're definitely there. No, that's not what I meant.
それじゃあまたね。
Without apparent interest in my reaction, Amatsume waved at me and left for the changing rooms. I felt my face flush and my heart start beating heavily. That was like a surprise attack. Amatsume was so lighthearted about what happened, even though it bordered on sekura. I couldn't help but feel embarrassed. That should do it. I packed the collected trash into a plastic bag. Today was the first time I cleaned up around the entrance area of our house. In an apartment, entrance cleaning is usually taken care of for you. But out here, if I don't clean it myself, it'll get messy with leaves and dirt. I wasn't sure how thorough I'd be, but once I started, I couldn't stop until I was happy with everything. it took me a fair amount of time to finish. It's fun to do it once in a while, but I'd rather not have it as part of my daily schedule. It's amazing that Natsume cleans the area around the Jinja by herself every day. She's probably used to it by now, but I'm impressed nonetheless. I picked up the broom left in the corner of the garden. Sora ran away, huh? It's practically my fault for getting too caught up in cleaning and not noticing, but I'd appreciate it if she helped me a bit more. Ah, Amatsume. I was just finishing up. You think so? It's the first time I tidied up since moving here. Doing it properly sure gets tiring. Yeah, that happened to me too. By the way, Tokorode, were you going somewhere to lend a hand again? Draw? You're making them yourself? Yeah, interesting. It seems pretty homely. Is it okay for a newbie like me to help? Wait, you're new to this too? I guess in that case, I'll watch for a bit first. Sure. Should I put it down here? Down we go. I untied the bundle from Amatsume's bike basket and put it down. It's the size of one of those bags of rice that people pay land tax with in historical dramas. It seemed a bit heavy for Amatsume, so I pushed the tencha and brought it here.
Oh, Akira-chan, 待っとったよ。
There were a number of elderly folk waiting in front of the Dagashiya. Is everyone here going to help with making decorations? I greeted everyone by bowing my head.
今年も立派な飾り付けをしてやらんとな。
アキラちゃん、この人は誰ね。はるくんは先生のお孫さんだよ。最近ここに引っ越してきたの。
I'm sorry for the delayed introduction. I'm Kasugano Haruka. Thanks for supporting Oji-san.
そうか、先生のお孫さんか。はか抜けた若者やな。
おにゃーやね、アキラちゃんと女の子と間違えるぐらいべっぴんさんみたいやし。
Kire, I'm not sure.
さあ、はるくん、一緒に作ろう。
Everyone moved into their friend groups and began working in front of the Dagashiya. They skillfully divided the bundles of straw among themselves, carefully aligning the height and weaving them together. Hardly any cars come this way, so everyone peacefully sat on the ground working on their ornaments. It was just like the scenes of the countryside you see on TV.
はるくんにも教えてあげるね。
Amatsume prompted me to take a seat on a bar stool in front of the store.
まずは高さを揃えて少し小さな束を作るの。そして下の方を股に挟んで上から編んでいくんだよ。はるくんはソラちゃんの髪を三つ編みにしてあげたことある？
No, I haven't.
そっか。じゃあ手を貸して。
あ、
こうやって3つ同じぐらいに分けて、それをね、交互に。
Her small and soft hands took hold of mine. While a bit surprised at having my hand grabbed suddenly, I clumsily followed her lead with a straw. A pleasant scent comes off Amatsume as she presses herself up to me. I wonder if it's the scent of the shampoo that Amatsume is using, or so I thought to myself as I absent-mindedly stole a glance at her face. Amatsume gently smiled as if she was having fun. She's sociable and could get along well with anyone. Maybe it's because she has no sense of wariness, but she has no issue with getting up close to people. With her gentle demeanor and easy to talk to personality, the always cheerful Amatsume is well loved by everyone, and it's easy to see why. Her honesty and slight airheadedness also makes her fun to be around. I'm almost certain Amatsume is just being herself and acting normally, but I can't help but become conscious of her when she gets this close. Even the other day, I don't know how it would have looked to other people when she squished her breast against my arm. And even now, even if Amatsume doesn't think anything of it, I can't help but feel embarrassed when she's so close. Amatsume looking at me, smiling. Even though we're so close, Amatsume isn't any different from usual. Is it because she just isn't interested? Or maybe it's just because she doesn't think of me as a threat? Should I take this as her not seeing me as a man? That would be depressing in its own right.
もう一回やるね。
Amatsume guided my hand again, slowly weaving straws. In no time, a part of the jinja rope was completed.
はい、完成。こうやってたくさん作ったのを一つにまた編み上げていくと、大きな締め飾りになるんだよ。
Right.
ああ、ごめんなさい。面白くなかった。
No, it's not that. You're good at teaching, so it was very easy to follow. While I was daydreaming about the softness of Amatsume's hand, I accidentally made her worry. Shoot, choo. Shoot, shoot, choo.
そう？私もなかなか上手に編めないから、カズちゃんを三つ編みにして練習してるんだよ。
Maybe I'll get Sora to help me practice braiding in hers. Although, I can already see her getting annoyed about sitting still and walking off somewhere. I don't know, she might actually enjoy it for totally different reasons.
じゃあ一緒に作っていこうか。はい、次の藁だよ。
Thanks. Amatsume sat beside me again and began knitting in the way she had explained before. She showed me how to do it twice. Plus, I think I'm generally decent with my hands, so I'll try to do it neatly. First, align the lengths, then divide it into 3 parts, and weave. And like that, I started to weave it together. It reminded me of threading shoelaces. I wonder if it's difficult for women to undo their braids if they weave it this tight. As I pondered those thoughts, Amatsume and I kept weaving the straw. As we finished each bundle, someone would come by, collect it, and integrate with their own. Wow, so you don't use any string or glue.
この藁が紐代わりになるし、編み込んだら結構しっかりするんだよ。じゃあ、私たちも道祖神用のお飾りを作っちゃおうか。
Is it okay for me to help make it?
いいよ、大歓迎だって。さあ、一緒にやろう。
Since I'm an honorary shrine parishioner, I need to do my best and help out, right?
そうだね。はい、はるくん、下の方を押さえといてね。
While saying that, Amatsume began to weave in a twisted pattern that was different from before.
はい、次ははるくんの番。ぐりぐり巻いていってね。
Okay, it seems to need quite a bit of force. As you weave it while twisting it clockwise, a thin rope-like decoration is created.
おお、はるくんうまい。じゃあ、私のとくっつけちゃおうか。
We combine mine and Amatsume's into a loop, but... Huh? Is it okay like that? The decoration we wove together resembled the shape of a heart. It feels a bit weird thinking that we both just made halves of a heart and then combined them.
かわいくできたね。ハートマークみたい。
Is it okay for it not to be round?
いいよいいよ。せっかく二人で作ったんだし、面白いからこのままにしておこうよ。
If you say so, then sure. Is Amatsume just unbothered by it? Maybe I've been overthinking it since earlier.
あとは下の神様が宿る部分を作って完成だよ。
Amatsume reached into one of the sleeves of her Miko outfit and produced a pair of scissors, which she used to trim the excess straw. She really has a lot of stuff in her, I don't know, she has a lot of stuff. Amatsume, do you always carry scissors around like that?
お手伝いすることが多いからいつも入れてるの。
You know, if this was like a VN with like some horror elements, this could get scary, you know? Wow, you're prepared for anything. Is there anything else in there?
これとこれと。
She began pulling items out of her sleeves. A ballpoint pen, sticky tape, a hammer? Bro, she has a lot of things and it's amazing, you know. It's not heavy. She has a lot of things. Sweets, sewing kit, screwdriver, pliers, and what looked like a denwa. I'm sure carrying around a hammer in the countryside is fine and all, but if you were in the city, that would be grounds for arrest. Sugoi. It's like that magic utility belt from that manga I read a long time ago.
あとはノコギリとか釘とかあったら完璧かも。
Saw? This is kind of scary, man. With that arsenal, is she planning a robbery or what? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Matsume, you carry around a ketai, right? Ketai denwa?
これは電話の子機だよ。お庭掃除してる時に電話がかかってきても戻らなくて済むし。
It wouldn't connect from all the way down here, right?
頑張ればつながるよ。
Right.
はるくん、電話番号交換しよう。メールは送れないけど、たまに電話するね。
Yeah, sure. I registered Namatsume's number in my ketai. Now that I think of it, I haven't called or emailed anyone aside from Sora since moving here. Since I stopped using it to send emails, I don't use my mobile much anymore, so it felt like the first time in a while since I've given my number to somebody. Even though she's by my side all the time, this made me feel connected to Amatsume in a new way.
だ、もうそんな時期か。
ひろ姉ちゃんおはよう。
アキラ、じいさまたちにお茶出してやれ。
わかった。
なんだおめえ。
That's an eye with the ginger ornaments.
ま、どうでもいいけどよ。まだ懲りずにアキラにくっついてんのか？
Why wouldn't I? She's my friend. I have no reason to avoid her.
おじいちゃんたち、ひろ姉ちゃんから差し入れのお茶だよ。
おお、ありがとな、やひろちゃん。
いつもお疲れ様っす。こいつの面倒まで見てもらって。
Yahiro grabbed Amatsume's head and pulled her towards herself.
いやいや、やひろちゃんがおってくれたからあきらちゃんもここにおれるでな。
二人ともわしらの孫みたいなもんさ。いくつになってもかわええもんだよ。
私は孫って年でもないっすよ。アキラ、適当に茶菓子を店の門から開けてくれ。
あの子には身寄りがのうなってもあげに明るう素直に育ったんはヒロちゃんのおかげやで。
Environmental storytelling, but not exactly environmental storytelling, but you know, it's like, you know, these are things they know, but you know, they're just repeating stuff. Well, I don't know. Sometimes people do that, but you know, this feels like, you know.
私は途中から引き取っただけなんで、面倒を見てくれたじいさまたちのおかげですよ。
いやいや、わしらはあの子が大変じゃった時になんもしてやれんかったからな。
私もたまたまっすよ。失業して暇してたし、ばあさんがあいつのこと可愛がってたから。
はい、おじいちゃん、おせんべいとあんドーナツだよ。どっちも美味しいからおすすめだよ。
ありがとよ、ひろちゃん、あきらちゃん。
どっこいせ。ちーっと休ませてもらおうかね。
The elderly people took a break and crowded around Amatsume. Amatsume always stays in the center of everyone. It was like that when we were playing baseball with the kids, and it's also like that when she's with us. That's just how much everyone loves her, huh?
あいつは愛想の良さでどこでも生きていけそうだよな。
But if you're not taking care of her, you'd worry about her, right?
うっせえな。あのバカはここから放り出されてもヘラヘラ笑ってそうで怖えよ。
Huh?
あいつのじいさんが死んだ時、どいつもこいつもアキラを厄介者扱いして引き取るの拒んで押し付け合った。なのにあいつは頭の上で自分の運命がどうかなるって話が飛び交ってるのにニコニコしてやがった。ゾッとしたよ。ガキだから分かってねえのかって思ったけど、あいつはそうじゃなかった。あの年で分かってたんだな。自分にはどうしようもできないって。正直見てらんなかったよ、どっちも。私は失業して働くあてもないからばあさんの店をもらって適当に食っていこうかって思ってたけど、あいつ一人ぐらい増えたって変わりゃしねえなって思ってさ。
You love her too, huh?
バカ野郎、二度と言うな、恥ずかしいこと。あいつを放り出したのばあさんが化けて出てきやがるかもしれねえからだよ。
Sure.
ねえねえ、どうしたのヒロ姉ちゃん。
うっせえ、アイスやるからあっち行ってろ。
ありがとう。はるくん、半分こしよう。
ああ、もうほら、てめえも好きなの取れ。
Is that okay? Thank you.
アイス、アイス。
I must have been looking all happy. Pick the nice screen from the refrigerator. Now, I wonder what I should get.
お前は100円払え。
Huh? It's not on the
当
house.
たり前だろ、お前は客だしな。
With a few breaks taken along the way, the work on the New Year's decorations steadily progressed. While I was struggling with making the ornament for the deity of travel, the large decoration for the Jinja was completed. These sure are fast. If I was making that, it would take me a whole month. You make these every year, right?
毎年収穫が終わった稲の藁でお飾り作るんだよ。今年もいっぱい取れましたって報告するために。そして来年もいっぱい取れますようにってお祭りの日にお願いするの。
Oh, so your Jinja Omatsuri is to pray for a good harvest.
その他にもいろいろだよ。みんなが困ってることとかお願いしたいこともいっぱい伝えていいんだよ。はるくんも悩み事があったらさゆ姫様に愚痴ってみたら。
Huh? I thought that doing that would surely bring about divine punishment.
大丈夫だって。ちょっとはいいことあるかもしれないよ。私も毎年いろいろお願いしてるから平気だよ。
Really? If that's the case, I'll give it a go.
あきらちゃん、締め飾りは倉庫の方へ運んどくよ。
ありがとうおじいちゃん。私も行くよ。
After putting the completed shrine ornament in the storehouse, Amatsumi and I cleaned up the remaining straw and trash that had been made in the process.
はるくん、お疲れ様でした。
You too. It was fun making the ornaments, but I'm still not sure if it's all right that I was helping to make them.
いいんだよ。お祭りはみんなで盛り上げるものなんだから。はるくんと一緒にできて嬉しかったし。
Ah. It's reassuring to hear Amatsumi say that, but it's still a bit embarrassing for decorations that I made to be hung up.
さて、じゃあ早速飾りに行こうか。
Putting them up already? Isn't that too early?
そろそろお祭りだよってみんながわかるように早めに飾るんだよ。
Oh, that makes sense. Sort of like an announcement poster.
そうそう。さあ行こう。
Sure. There are quite a few statues for the deity of travel, huh?
昔はもっとあったって聞いたこともあるけど、さよ姫様って人が存在していた証拠だね。
I wonder how long this one had been here. It looks pretty vintage.
古いのは江戸時代の終わり頃っておじいちゃんが言ってたよ。
So, they are around 100 years old. They must already be historically valuable then, huh?
どうかな、私そこら辺はよくわかんないけど。
Together with Amatsume, we were removing the old shrine ornaments and cleaning up around the statue a little.
はるくんと今年は作ったんだよ。今年もお祭りが大成功しますように。
We both prayed to the statue of the deity of travel. Attaching the heart-shaped decoration we made to the old weathered stone statue feels a bit odd. I wonder if it's okay.
かわいいね、ハートマーク。
So, this is going to remain up until it gets replaced next year, huh? If Ryohei finds out that me and Amatsume made this, I'll never catch a break from the teasing.
さて、これでおしまい。今日は最後まで付き合ってくれてありがとね。
Of course, it was fun. Kind of like making preparations for a Bunkosai Matsuri. Oh, I guess it's not to say Bunkosai.
そうだね。準備の時が一番楽しいよね。お祭り当日なんかあっという間に過ぎちゃうし。はるくん、お祭りの時は一緒に露店で食い倒れしようね。
Sure. Oh, if there's anything I can do to help for the Omatsuri, just let me know.
ありがとう、助かるよ。ここにいたの。あ、カズちゃん。神社に行ってみたらいなかったから、どこを突き歩いてるのかって思った。ごめんね。今日はおじいちゃんたちと締め飾り作ってたんだ。ほら、カズちゃん、これハートマーク、かわいいよね。
Obviously, she'd feel like Mikiwa-san's mood changed abruptly. I didn't do anything bad, did I? If looks could kill, I'll be a goner. I'm not very good at it, so it wasn't really much help though.
二人で楽しかったみたいですね。
She's jealous.
面白かった。
Amatsume, if you say it like that, Mikiwa-san will...
よかったわね、アキラ。
Oh man, I don't like that sarcastic tone.
準備もちょっとずつできてるし、今年もお祭りが楽しみだよ。ほんと楽しみね、春日野くん。
For sure.
カズちゃんも一緒に楽しもうね。
Amatsume took hold of Mikiwa-san's hand and nuzzled up to her affectionately.
まあ、あんまり浮かれてハメ外しすぎないでよね。
Nice save. Thanks for the assist.
分かってるって。もうしょうがないわね。
A kuruma was approaching, so we got near the edge of the street. However, the kuruma stopped beside us. And the rear seat's window opened, and we could see the face of a refined woman. Oh no, 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 no.
お母様。
Mikiwa-san's Okasan. She seemed cheerful and kind. In contrast to Mikiwa's dignified demeanor, she had a slightly round face and a petite figure and looked very young. I bowed my head politely.
あなたは前にも話した春日野先生のお孫さんよ。
あら、そうだったの。
Mikiwa-san's Okasan got out of the car to bow to me.
春日野先生と奥様には日頃からお世話になっておりました。
No need to thank me. My G-chan was the one who would have helped you out.
いいえ、主人ともどもいつもご尽力いただいてましたが、何も返せずじまいでしたから。こちらに越してこられて何か不便とかありませんか？困ったことがありましたら言ってくださいね。
Okay. Thank you.
これからも和葉と仲良くしてあげてください。
Okay. Mikiwa-san's Okasan spoke in a relaxed and composed manner. Her ladylike demeanor resembled that of Mikiwa-san. But Mikiwa-san had been tense since earlier. At first, I thought she might be embarrassed, but it seems like something else.
こんばんは、カズちゃんのお母さん。
カズハ、帰るところだったら一緒に戻りましょうか。
Damn, ignored.
いいえ、まだ用があるので先に帰ってて。
そう。遅くならないようにしてちょうだいね。
Mikiwa-san's Okasan seemed a bit disappointed and got back in the kuruma.
夕食までには戻ってくるのよ、カズハ。
The car gradually drove off, but Mikiwa-san kept glaring at it until it disappeared from view.
ごめんね、お姉ちゃん。何が？バカ、かばわなくていいわよ。何あの態度。カズちゃん、もういいよ。私別になんとも思ってないから。思わなすぎよ。無視なんて恥ずかしいわ。怒るべき相手を間違ってる。ちゃんと私のこと見てくれたよ。だからもうそれ以上カズちゃんのお母さんのこと悪く言わないで。どこまでお人よしなのよ。堂々と権利を主張すればいいのに。私が誰にも文句は言わせないから。私は普通にご飯食べられて、普通に学校に行けて、普通に遊べてるよ。これ以上何が欲しいって言われてもすぐに思いつかないよ。あなたもどうしてそうなの？カズちゃんが心配してくれるのもすっごく嬉しいよ。ありがとね。
Matsume stood on her tiptoes and rubbed Mikiwa-san's head.
やめてよ、そんな子供扱いするの。ごめんね、カズちゃん。
Mikiwa-san's Okasan seemed like a very kind person. I didn't think of her as someone who would discriminate or ignore other people. But around Namatsume, Namatsume understands that too. So is that why she's acting as if it means nothing? Slowly, the words Yahiro-san said before came to my mind.
あのバカはここから放り出されてもヘラヘラ笑ってそうで怖えよ。あいつのじいさんが死んだ時、どいつもこいつもアキラを厄介者扱いして引き取るの拒んで押し付け合った。なのにあいつは頭の上で自分の運命がどうかなるって話が飛び交ってるのにニコニコしてやがった。ゾッとしたよ。ガキだから分かってねえのかって思ったけど、あいつはそうじゃなかった。あの年で分かってたんだな。自分にはどうしようもできないって。
Since that time, Matsume has been...
はるくん、
Huh? What is it?
今日は手伝ってくれてありがとね。私、ひろ姉ちゃんのご飯作りに行くから。
Yeah, got it. I have fun today. Thank you for inviting me.
カズちゃんもまたね。バイバイ。
Matsume ran off energetically.
それじゃ春日野くん。
Ah, mata. Jamata. Mikiwa-san walked off, looking downcast. This problem isn't anything new. I wonder if there's anything I can do, as someone who only knows a little about the situation. But I can't let Matsume put on a smile when she's sad. That kindness of hers is really painful to watch. I don't know if I can understand Matsume's feelings, but I want to do something. The fun time is spent with Matsume. I don't want to think of her smile from then as being fake as well. I'm gonna call it in here. Today is shorter for Yosuga and Sora. I'm gonna spend a lot of time today reading Sakura Moyu. Anyway,
おめえら何やってんだ？
anyway, my lunch is coming here and it's almost close anyway, so I need to go anyway. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys on the next upload or Sakura Moyu. Ciao.
「懐かしい